another class on vitamins, and the topic that is left is fat soluble vitamins. Till now we've seen different types of vitamins like water soluble B1 till B3, then B5 to B7, then B9 and B11. We have seen that all these vitamins are important cofactors for enzymes. Somewhere they act as a coenzyme, like vitamin B7 is covalently linked to an enzyme, and somewhere they act as cofactors. And without these, biological reactions are not possible because enzymes are dependent on these vitamins for reactions. But now, let's see some other vitamins that are fat soluble and they don't act as cofactors. They are not cofactors. For example, we'll talk about vitamin A, that is not a cofactor, but it is a signaling molecule. It is a pigment also. So let's start our discussion on fat soluble vitamins. As the name suggests, these vitamins does not dissolve in water, but they are fat soluble. Now this also implies that these will be containing some of the hydrocarbon atoms because they are non-polar and fats are also non-polar. So non-polar, they dissolve like dissolves like. So they are not polar molecules. That is clear. That also means that these are derived from hydrocarbons. So yes, these all are derived from hydrocarbons only. Let's see. So fat soluble vitamins consist of four. That means A, E, D and K. Out of these vitamins, the most important that can be asked, and that has been asked in signaling from signaling chapter, but the question was from right vitamins. They have asked about retinol, retinoic acid again and again. Okay, so you see in vision, skin, immune systems, all these functions are performed by vitamin A. Then bone development, vitamin D is also very important because the sun, it is written here because vitamin D is developed with the help of UV rays. Then vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin E, will see that it's a very important antioxidant. And then vitamin K is involved in blood clotting. Okay, so let's start our discussion with vitamin A, that is retinoic acid. Now, till now we have seen that all the vitamins, the base was different and the activated form was different. Similarly here also, as I have written that vitamin A is retinoic acid, but original vitamin A that we call it is retinol. Now till now you have studied enough chemistry to understand that acid and ul, here ul means there is a CHO group, aldehydic group, and acid means that most commonly in organic chemistry it is COOH group. So to convert from acid to aldehyde, it needs reduction. Okay, so enough of chemistry. Now let's go and study that how retinoic acid, retinol, and what other forms vitamin A has. So I'll note down here that first it is retinol, second it is retinol, then you have retinoic acid, and the last is beta carotene. Alpha carotene can also be there, but beta carotene is most common. Now beta carotene, carotene as the name suggests, this is found in carrots, vegetables. So that means this is plant derived. Okay, I'll come back to this, but the most active form in our body is retinol. This vitamin has four different forms, that is retinol, retinol, retinoic acid and beta carotene. Retinol is usually found when these vitamin A are stored inside adipose tissues. So that form is found in this because if you see here retinyl ester, so retinol is linked with fatty acid chains so that it can be dissolved in fats and it can be stored in adipose tissue. So in that form retinyl ester or retinol form is there, and this can be easily in turn converted into simple retinol, that is all trans retinol. Now all trans is written because if you focus on this unsaturation, these all bonds are in trans condition, In lipids, we studied that in membrane lipids, most of the lipids are in cis form, and that produces a kink. Now, if you notice the structure, there is no kink here. It's a simple structure. That means that this is trans structure of retinol. So retinol and retinoic acid, with the help of this enzyme retinyl ester hydrolase and retinol acetyl transferase, it can be easily converted from retinyl esters to retinol. Retinol as such does not have function in our body, but then retinol can be converted into retinol. To convert all alcohol into aldehyde, you need to oxidize this. So then retinol can be converted to retinol with the help of retinol dehydrogenase, or it can be converted back to retinol. Retinol can be converted to retinol with the help of retinol reductase. That means if you reduce retinol, again you will get alcohol, and if you oxidize retinol, you get retinol, that is with the help of retinol dehydrogenase, and that is an aldehydic group. Now retinol, all trans retinol and 11 cis retinol, this has important functions in vision, in eye. We'll see that in a moment, but now let's talk about retinoic acid. Now this retinol, okay, so we have learned again and again that if you want to go from alcohol to aldehyde, then aldehyde can go to ketones, and ketones can be converted into carboxylic acid. That means this is a chain of oxidation reactions that are taking place. Alcohols can be oxidized to aldehyde, aldehyde can be oxidized to ketones, and ketones can be oxidized to carboxylic acid. But if the oxidation is quite strong, then aldehydes can directly be converted into carboxylic acid without going this ketone phase. So retinol, that means CHO group, if you further oxidize it with the help of